Yeah, unfortunately that was a little bit longer because my poor cat unfortunately was sick all over her blanket, so we cleaned that up, threw everything out. Well, not the blanket, we put that in the washing machine, but it's all good. She is fine, and we can go back to the STPL again now. We're going to be heading into game number 3 now. Unfortunately, I haven't loaded up a replay, so I'm going to quickly do that now, but hopefully you're all having a good Monday. Well, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday, so what the hell am I going on about? But yeah, if you're having a good Wednesday, that is good. Yesterday, my friends came over, we played a bunch of Mario Party. That was, well, that's always fun, so can't really complain now. Game number 3 is possibly going to be, well, it's going to be the one I'm most looking forward to out of this set of this series even. Just because it's between two really good players on both teams. So it's going to be on Icarus. It's JerryK97 against MadiNho. So let's get in and let's introduce their stats. As I bring up the wrong screen. That threw me off a lot. But yeah, here we go. So looking at everything, Jerry, 1 for 1 this round. He is living in the UK apparently. He's a Korean. But unfortunately that does mean I'm not the best player in the UK by default when Cadenzi left, because Jerry's here. But it's cool to see another player here playing. Friend, all this bragging. Okay, but Jerry did a really good job throughout all the rounds he's played in. He did a fantastic job in round 1. He is currently 1 for 2 against his opponent's race. But it should be good nonetheless from him. Now, for Clan Revolution, we do have MadiNho now. MadiNho did join them at the beginning of, or near the end of round 2, actually, I think. And he is mainly known for his 2v2, but his 1v1 is very good as well. He's 2 for 1 this round so far. Been the strongest player on ReV this round. Obviously 2 for 1. They've already played 3 games. This is their 4th one. So he's appeared in every single series. Now I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to do here as we head on to Icarus. Now Icarus, another 4-player map. Jerry's not from the UK, he's from Korea studying in the UK from what I understand. But Icarus, 4-player map, 12, 6, 3 and 9 o'clock spawns. Obviously we got the 3rd gases you can take as well. I'm a little bit distracted by my cat who's sitting right next to me wanting a cuddle. But yeah, we're back again now. TVZ has been pretty balanced so far in the STPL on this map. ZVP though, been pretty crazy. We've actually got 4 for 0 on that, but should be a lot of fun as we head into game number 3. It's going to be iRk's JerryK97 and ReV's MadiNho. Now the replay is... Oh, shit! I don't know if you guys just heard that, but my cat tried to jump up on my bed, or on my desk even, and knocked absolutely everything off. Let's just go back here for just a second. Maybe you can see her, or you'll be able to see her tail, I guess, but yeah, she's okay. The desk is a little bit high, so it's all good. I just need to quickly pick up the stuff she knocked on the floor. So if you'll give me 1 second and then we can get into game number 3. There we go. So let's get started. And we really want to turn that off, and I cannot see anything right now because my cat is directly in front of me and I feel too guilty to move her. But there we go. Starting us off in the 6 o'clock position, we do have the Teal Terran fighting for ReV. It's MadiNho. And his opponent spawning here in the purple. Over on the left-hand side in the 9 o'clock position, we do have the purple Zerg fighting for iRk. It's Jerry. Now, you asked me what my cat's name is. My cat's name is Lottie. She is 17 years young now, and she is still the same as she's always been, thankfully. I'm really glad that we've still got her around. Now, she's actually stood... I don't know if you just heard that, but she decided to scratch right next to the microphone. And she pushed the, she pushed everything around. Now, okay, so I'm gonna get back into the swing of things in just a second, just setting the colors. Everything has been a little bit, like, rapid just happening. Obviously rapid not here, but if he was, he'd be able to fill for me. But yeah, what are we going to have from both players? We're going to have MadiNho going for a little bit of a wall here. You can build another depot here to make that link tight. At least I believe that bit is link tight there, so kind of important. He's going to go into a one racks expand by the looks of it. And Jerry going for that 12 hatchery play. We should see the spawning pool coming up very shortly after this. The SCV just being as annoying as possible now. I did say MadiNho was known for his 2v2, and one of the ways you can really see that is by his early game micro. He does an insane job with all of his units early on. And now MadiNho, is he going to build his barracks? Sorry, he's going to build his barracks, but is he going to go straight into the command center? Is he going to skip Marines? Yes, he is. He knows he's pretty safe. He knows that the spawning pool came down. Now, MadiNho actually went for a very, very quick scout. Luckily for him, he scouted in the correct direction, so that's what kind of leads us into here. I just need to quickly follow this SCV for 1 second. I just need to quickly get up from my desk, so don't mind me for 1 moment. There we go. Okay, so I am back. I've picked up everything that went on the floor. Somehow one of my Joy-Cons for my Switch went absolutely flying. So I went to pick that up. Hopefully that's still working. I'll test that after the stream. But it's all well and good. Now back at home, Jerry is still, well, he's going up to 3 hatcheries. So we're going to have 3 hatchery tech coming in here for him. Jerry's actually scouting around inside his base. He's possibly worried about like a factory float or something like that. But we've got the gas coming in, immediately going into a factory, so not the standard play coming out of MadiNho again, kind of something I've come to expect. Now MadiNho is sort of known for his kind of weird builds. He does usually rush into vessels if he can. He did get good scouting information, so he should know what's coming his way eventually. Now, is he going to be able to get his SCV into the natural? This is going to be the big moment, because if he sees that second gas timing, he's going to be able to rule out Hydralisk play, because this is going to be viewed as... Wait, did Jerry just pull off of gas there? That would be an incredibly good move. Obviously the second gas has already been taken, but looks like he is going to start mining it while MadiNho is there. Now we do have the lair coming up, so we're going to see the spire coming up just after this as well. I'm just checking if my cat's okay still. She's just sat in front of me, just kind of cuddling up to me. She obviously feels partially guilty for being sick on the bed, but also, also she must feel pretty bad, so she should be fine. Now we are going to have a starport coming up here. Science facility coming in behind this as well, so Wraith's going to allow him to put on a little bit of pressure. Now it's kind of like, well, it is a 1-1-1, but not in the way you guys most likely would have seen it, because usually you'd see a factory expand or something like that, but MadiNho is going to do this off of the back of a barracks. He's not actually going into a vulture at all either, so skipping the vulture, going immediately into a science facility, and behind this starting to add on his barracks as well. So he's going to be going back into bio from this. Now, not showing the vulture is, I'm not really sure if that's good or not, because the trouble is the vulture obviously forces a sunken back at home, which we don't see here. He is going to add on a second creep colony though, because he's a little bit worried about what's coming in. The Wraith is going to possibly force some kind of Hydralisk then coming out. We've already got an evolution chamber. They're going for +1 carapace from Jerry. So Jerry teching up very, very quickly on his upgrades. Now the Wraith going to be coming in to see this. So he should be feeling okay about this as well. And another Overlord actually going to be going down here. MadiNho doing a lot of damage. Now the Spire has only just finished. So if he's lucky, he may be able to get the third Overlord. Does need to be careful though, because Scourge will eventually be on the way here. Now, losing this Wraith is a pretty big deal. When you're going for this kind of build, you need that Wraith alive for as long as humanly possible. But he hasn't forced any Scourge from what I can see. It is just going to be muteless. Now back at home, he does already have turrets in position. Gonna have a bunker to help defend not only his front, but also his gas. We're gonna have turrets in the main as well. Now the turrets in the main, a little bit more awkwardly positioned. Obviously, they can be taken out one by one pretty much from good muteless control, but there is Science Facility up. Science Vessels are out already, and we should have a Radiant coming in here fairly soon if it hasn't already finished. But there we go, looks like Jerry going to be flying in. There is 2 Scourge in with this, but not really being able to do too much damage to the SCV count there. And he's going to fly away with his tails between his wings, as you can see, with all muteless, unfortunately. But the muteless going to be trying to fly back in, see if they can do any damage whatsoever. But MadiNho's turret placement, very, very good. Possibly going to be able to take down another SCV, but does need to be careful. Oh, he actually gets a Wraith. That's a pretty big deal. Does get some of those muteless heavily, heavily damaged. And my cat is about to jump down a really weird place, so hopefully she doesn't knock my entire computer off, because she just jumped over where the all the power is. But it looks like she is just kind of hanging around. And I know I'm kind of casting my cat this game instead of the game, and I do apologize. But it's really hard to concentrate when I know she's a little bit poorly and sort of flying around. But there we go, we're going to have the muteless bouncing back in, seeing if they can do some damage. Now, it really looks like it's finished already, so the vessel going to be coming over here. Hasn't got enough energy for a raid. Oh, it did have. It killed 3 units. My bad. This is part of the problem. Now, we do have a second vessel here. It's one energy away from irradiating. Now, is this going to be a good irradiate? What's the split going to be like from Jerry? Jerry not splitting yet. This is a pretty big deal. Now, the split doing a lot of damage there to these muteless, which are already heavily bruised. Oh my god. He's actually grouping it back up again. That would have been close. They're going to keep denying this second gas as long as he possibly can. Is Jerry. He's taken his third base in the top middle of the map. That's going to be another main, so he's going to be able to hold on to the ramp eventually with lurkers. We have Hive coming in behind this. Second evolution chamber, Queen's Nest is up. Now there's no Hydralisk in yet, so he is relying entirely on his muteless to try and keep the army of Jerry back, or of MadiNho back. Obviously MadiNho with a very, very big bioforce now. He is on 4 barracks, 5 barracks including the one in the main, which is now floating. So he's going to have a lot of bio. It's heading up through the middle of the map. There is already a vessel here, so lurkers wouldn't be as powerful. But the mule is still trying to fly around, still trying to find any damage they possibly can. We've obviously got, well, I said we obviously have, but we've got the Ultraris Cavern coming in. I know we've got a lot of Lings over here. They do have speed. He's adding on a lot of Sunkens at the top of his ramp. There's no Nidus Canal as of yet. It's almost finished up, so this is going to be very, very important to try and defend this base. But here we go. The vessel does go down. Good usage of the Scourge there to take that down. And a couple of Lings kind of sort of running around. Now, this does look like Speedlings, right? I'm not being crazy. Oh no, he didn't have speed yet. It isn't Speedlings, so that's a pretty big deal. We are going to have the Lings coming in behind. Another vessel goes down though. That's a big, big deal, but a good irradiate on top of the Mulus, splitting the wrong one off again, but does manage to save it there. But obviously we have a lot of Lings heading into the natural of MadiNho. MadiNho heading up to the natural of Jerry, who is going to do more damage first. A good stim on the Marines, getting them back in the bunker, and that looks like it's going to be enough to hold on here. But we've got a lot of Stim Marines up the front. There is a couple of sunken colonies here, but that's realistically not that much. The Mulus doing a lot of damage though. There's very few Marines back home, but it looks like he could have enough to break. The units come through the Nidus Canal. Could this be enough to hold on? There's a lot of medics, but they're very, very low on energy. And he is slowly breaking through, but there's going to be one Marine against the Sunken. The Marine goes down, and it looks like Jerry is held, but this is just wave 1. Wave 2 heading on in. Does Jerry have enough units? He did skip lurkers, so this does make it a lot more difficult. But Jerry's Sunken control has been very, very good, targeting those Marines, getting them down. Now there's a lot of Lings here. Now they will have Adrenaline upgrade very, very shortly, I would say. And losing these medics is absolutely huge. That's going to be a lot of production time not used building Marines, not used building attacking units. And I mean, MadiNho is trying to hide a third base over here. The fourth base going to be coming up here from Jerry as well. And it looks like Jerry wants to hit the button. He's going to try and go for a counter. Not going to be able to find too much damage. Adrenaline is on the way. The first Ultra is popping out. Now, MadiNho did actually scan for Ultras, I believe. Now, the Ultra is going to be a little bit stuck for the time being, but here we go. Jerry pushing in. Good usage of the Firebat out in front. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a single medic to heal this army, so every time he sims, he is going to be a little bit weaker. Now, there is a dropship loading up. Scourge already coming in to try and snipe a vessel, and they get it. Great usage of the Scourge there. Does finally have a couple of medics even. And it's 3 vessels against a lot. Well, he doesn't actually have that many mutalists anymore. There's actually not much here to defend the drop. Our Ultras do not have their speed upgrade just yet, so they're not going to be able to defend very easily. And wait, did the drop go down to Scourge? I think I missed the drop going down to Scourge. That's a huge mistake by me. My apologies. But damn, that's actually really, really important for Jerry to be able to do that. There's very little back there to defend. Here we go, more and more Firebats. Firebats' range is like insane when you look at the fire. But there we go, looks like we are going to have Ultras popping in. Good Irradiates on top of the Ultras, doing a lot of damage. But more vessels have gone down up here. They got taken down by Scourge once again. And MadiNho constantly losing his vessels like this is not really going to be able to hold on for much longer. But what interests me is the fact that Jerry cannot see the third base. He is so close, but he doesn't know it's there. All it would take is like 3 cracklings to head on over. And now the Ultras did actually do a lot of splash damage to each other, so this is a lot of extra damage by those Irradiates. Oh my god, he's actually sent it back in. Oh my god, he's going to lose an extra Ultra. Oh, 2 Ultras go down to the Irradiate, and that is not a position you want to be in. This Ultra very, very weak as well. He needs Lings to be able to deal with this. MadiNho's army at 2-1 now, but the Ultra's getting a good surround. Good upgrades on those Ultras already. 4 carapace, 1 attack. And once again, MadiNho's army is sent back. Looks like we finally have the scout done by Jerry. He's going to get on top of this third base. Takes out a good number of SCVs, but the SCVs are going to pull back. But the important thing, he's broken the mining for now. More and more units heading in. It's going to be Ling, Ultra Scourge. And he is going to try and break the front once again. The command center moving away. We do have an extra base down here coming in. But there is a Ling moving in here already. And this is a big burst. Can he hold on? Scourge getting on top of a couple of the vessels. But good defense here by MadiNho. Doing a lot of damage earlier to those Ultras. Really target firing them down very, very nicely. And he is going to be able to hold his front for now. Now, can he hold this third base? Interestingly, Jerry didn't go to kill that. But the fourth base is going down. Now, MadiNho is doing something that I wouldn't really recommend, but it may pay off. He is going to try and take the other base, but here we go. Another big engagement in the middle of the map. The medic wall not actually walling off any of the Ultras, so a lot of these Marines are going down. 5 carapaces done now for these Ultras, and you can see just how quickly they shredded that medic Marine army. The medics all going down once again. And it looks like Jerry may just have too much. Medics trying to wall off the front once again, but not able to do it. Although it looks like the Ultras are a little bit apprehensive about moving in. He doesn't have that many anymore, but with 1-3 Lings, he is going to be doing a lot. Now, he does need to be careful. This Arrays are going to be killing a lot of these Lings. Looks like, unfortunately, he waited for the command center to finish. Now, MadiNho has taken the top right base, but he's not started mining there yet. It'd be very difficult to. Looks like Jerry going to be heading in down here to check this bottom left position to make sure there's no mining. We do have a 6th base coming up here for Jerry as well. And now, tech-wise, we don't have any additional units coming in. We do have +2 attack coming in for the melee. We don't have any sort of lurkers or defilers yet, interestingly enough. So he is going to be playing entirely with Ultra Ling. Now, is MadiNho going to be able to come back here? Now, the fact of the matter is there is no Defiler Mound, so he does have that advantage, but the medics, the Marine... Oh no, the Scourge getting in on the dropship. That's a huge moment in this game once again for Jerry. And MadiNho is certainly behind here. We still... Well, we finally have him start to mine up here. It's kind of interesting that Jerry hasn't checked this out, but this is a big army from our Zerg player. And when we do see medics... when we do see Defilers coming in, this is going to be a little bit too much. 2-1 upgrades are done. 3-2 about to finish, but that's going to be 3-2 against 5-2. Should be nearly 5-3. Well, actually no, that's just started, but this is a lot of medics with this army. The Marines not as plentiful as he wants, well, would normally want them to be. I know it looks like Jerry did pull all of his units back again. The vessel's going to be heading out. This is a little bit dangerous, but is going to be able to get a good couple of irradiates. Now the reason why it's important to do this far away from your army is you do not want the ultras engaging on top of you with irradiate. And it looks like he is going to be trying to do that now. Good usage of medics once again by MadiNho, really showing how good is... Oh man, these irradiates are doing so much damage. Jerry really does need to split his ultras a little bit better. I mean, he's killing most of his own stuff with a radiate. This is not a position you really want to be in as Zerg, but the Defiler Mound is finished. Consume is about to finish up as well. And when Dark Swarm comes in, MadiNho's army is not going to be able to do a single lick of damage to the Ultras, to the Lings either. And he is going to be in big trouble now. MadiNho is actually managing to secure this top left or top right base. Jerry is probably watching this replay afterwards thinking, how did MadiNho have so much stuff still? I thought I'd killed him. But not checking on that base is going to be a pretty big nightmare for him. But MadiNho pushing up once again. His bio army isn't necessarily that big, but he gets a good irradiate down, doing a lot of damage to the Ultras. Really good target firing. The Firebat's doing a really good job tanking with their 3-2 upgrades. I mean, they don't do that much damage, but he does manage to clear most of the Ultras once again. And now there is going to be an Ultra getting on top of the Medic Marine, or the Medics and the Marines again. But that's another dead Ultra, so MadiNho is making all the right moves to try and come back here. But with a 6 base economy, this is going to be very difficult for MadiNho to come in and come back and save himself here. Now, Dark Swarm is, oh, that's Plague actually, so Plague almost done as well. There's a single Defiler here. I don't think there's a Defiler, but this is just way too many Ultras. I think MadiNho trying to hold on, he's pulling back, trying to medic wall. But there's just so many Zerg units, there's not really too much MadiNho can do. He's pulling back, Plague goes down on top of the vessels and the final medics. And I mean, he's going to try and use this area to defend, but the Defiler is here. A nice irradiate though goes down, and oh man, the Ultra actually killed the Defiler there. The irradiates did so much damage. And that's going to be a lack of a swarm, making it a little bit harder to push in, but Scourge come in on the vessels again. And I mean, these Ultras are realistically going down pretty quickly, but we now see Jerry is on 7 bases. We've got a drone coming up here to take this top right, and he's like, wait, what is going on? Why is there a base up here? And I wonder what his reaction is going to be. We're going to see a Defiler eating a couple of Lings. He's going to send a few units up there. That's realistically all he needs to send. Now, are we going to see a Plague on the SCVs? We saw this between Effort and Last in the ASL. Plague in the SCVs, killing them with the Lings. But it looks like he is just going to try and save his energy for the main fight. MadiNho is still doing a great job keeping himself in this game, but Swarm goes down. The bio is completely segmented here. Swarm absolutely everywhere. Another couple of vessels going down, and the final vessel going down to a Mutelist as well, and the Ultras tearing through absolutely everything. But we've got a double dropship heading in to the top middle base. There's not actually that much defense here. Can he make something happen? He's splitting them off. There is only a single sunken. So that's not going to be able to defend, but is he going to be able to target down the Nidus as well? He's going for it, but Ling's popping out. Can he make it happen? He's doing everything he possibly can. Drop in the... I guess this is the 5th base, doing a lot of damage to the drone line, but there's a lot of Ultras heading in the front. There's only Marines, and this could be a few too many units at the front. He's got a few medics, but the Marines in the third base being cleared. The Marines in the fifth base going to take down the hatchery, but look at the amount of damage these Ultras are doing. He's trying to medic wall the ramp, but the Lurkers, or the Ultras, are actually getting on top of the final Marines, and it's going to be medics against Ultras. And that is not a fight he wants to be in. Now it looks like the units have been cleared in the top left. The base did go down. This base has gone down in the top right, though. MadiNho mining out is going to have to tap out there. GG! And Jerry takes game number 3 for iRk. Okay, so that's going to take us into game number 4 when we get back from this short intro. See you guys very